Today we're taking a look at this 1,800 square feet home in Skokie, where we installed a Samsung Hylex universal heat pump or variable speed air conditioning. We're going to be taking a look at the system and going over some of the main features of the Samsung Hylex unit. And the house is a Skokie Ranch, 1,800 square feet. And here on the back we have our outdoor unit, our Samsung Hylex heat pump or air conditioning. It's running on cooling right now. So this is what is called a side discharge air conditioning system. Side discharge means the fan is on the side, discharging the air to the side instead of the top. One of the really cool things about this unit is it takes a lot less space and they're a lot quieter, around 52, 53 decibels compared to your traditional air conditioning, 74, 75 decibels. But what makes this unit quite special is that it's what we call a universal system. By universal means that it can virtually be installed in any home, any application, as the unit works with existing refrigerant piping and existing two-wire connection. Most homes, especially older homes, have two wires going from the furnace to the outside and existing piping. This unit can do that. Most units with variable speed technology or inverter compressors, especially heat pumps, require all new piping. This is an exception to that. And the huge benefit of being variable speed. What's a variable speed unit? So this unit, it's a 3-ton. Instead of turning on and off like your traditional air conditioning, the unit can run at 3 tons or anywhere between 20% and 100% of that in 1% increment. So the huge benefit of that is like driving in the highway versus the city, the unit is adjusting to changing conditions. So if it's hotter outside, it runs a little faster. If it's not as hot, it runs a little slower, maintaining much more consistent temperatures, substantially more efficient. Variable speed units are on average up to 40% more efficient, and also much better dehumidification. In this case, this unit is installed as a heat pump. It can be installed on both configurations, cooling only or heat pump. What heat pump means is that the unit can also heat your home working together with your gas furnace. We're gonna take a look at that gas furnace in just a minute. But when the temperature outside is not extremely cold, the air conditioning can actually provide heating via the refrigerant lines, with the huge benefit of being fully variable speed, giving you very stable, comfortable heating and extremely efficient. We're gonna go take a look at the furnace. These units can also be wall mounted. In this case, we went with the floor mount per the homeowner's preference. And quick note, Samsung in the United States, it's actually a Lennox partner. So for HVAC products, they have a partnership. But Samsung is known worldwide for their really good HVAC products. Let's take a look at the furnace inside, and then we'll take a look at the thermostat control system. Here's the inside equipment. We have our Lennox gas furnace. It's an Elite Series 2-stage furnace, but what we really came to look for is the heat pump portion of it, or air conditioning. Here's our cooling coil, which is also our heating coil because this is a heat pump system. But here is what makes the Samsung system virtually compatible for every home. It's the control module. So this box, 2 wires to the outside, and it has all the communications that are needed. Super easy to install as well. But we got our gas furnace, blower on the bottom, heating element. So right now it's running on cooling, so only the blower is running. And the outdoor unit is cooling the coil just like a regular air conditioning, with the big difference that is variable speed or inverter, which is going to be adjusting the amount of cooling based on need, much more consistent cooling. When heating is needed, instead of firing our furnace, which is really meant to be used for very cold weather, the outdoor unit is going to be warming up the coil with the refrigerant, and all the furnace has to do is run the blower, circulate some airflow across the coil, pick up the heat and send it to the home. Very efficient, very comfortable. This is fully customizable from the thermostat. We'll take a look at the Lennox E30 thermostat. This is the control for the thermostat. But when the temperature outside falls below the preferred setting, typically around 30-35 degrees, the heat pump shuts off, and the gas portion of the furnace up here, it's where our flames are. It kicks in and it provides heating. The system seamlessly switches between gas or heat pump based on homeowner preference. For this setup, we also have a high efficiency filter. It's a 5-inch cabinet. The cabinet itself is 7 inches, but the filter is 5 inches. So one of the huge benefits of using this type of filter is that there is substantially more surface area versus a traditional filter. So the sections of the filter are 5 inches deep. More surface area equals less pressure drop or less resistance, which means we can get very good air filtration, protecting the equipment without restricting the airflow, which is great to get better airflow through the vents of the home. And these filters also last a little longer. You typically can keep this filter anywhere from 6 months to a year with just one filter. Really nice installation, very comfortable. It's a big difference versus the basic system that they had. Let's take a quick look at the thermostat. So here's our Lennox E30 thermostat. Really cool thing about this thermostat is it only needs 4 wires between the thermostat and the equipment, and with those 4 wires we can control all the heat pump functionality, variable speed system. We can also control the humidity, making the humidifier automatic, which is something that most thermostats cannot do with 4 wires. But it's a smart thermostat, fully Wi-Fi enabled. It's cooling right now. We have it set on cooling. Looks great on the wall, monitors the outdoor temperature. But the key in this case is that we're able to control all the heat pump settings right from the thermostat or the mobile app. Here's what is called our balance point. So the balance point is what tells the system whether you want to run the heat pump or the furnace for heating. In this particular case, we have it set at 1732. And what that means is if the temperature outside is 32 or higher, only the heat pump will be used for heating. If it's in between 17 and 32, the system will try to use a heat pump, but switch to gas furnace as needed. And if it's under 17, only the furnace will be allowed to run. That's fully customizable by the homeowner. But this completes the system, which is one of the most important parts because it's what you interact with every day. That's it for this one. Another great Hylex system. Again, super popular. I think we did a couple dozen in the last month or so. But if you live in the Chicagoland area and you're interested in either a Samsung Hylex system or any other type of heat pump, shoot me an email. My email is on the description. I'll be happy to provide you options and help out. Thank you for watching.